straight, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Bama. With me, guys. Can't wait to get this started. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. He'll start the return inside the spot. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Use the play fake, now to throw. Under fire. Picked off, and the opening drive is stuck with an interception. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
You usually want to start a game when you come into a hostile environment with a great first drive. Get some momentum, quiet the crowd, Palmer. The exact opposite on the road, and you make a big mistake over it.
Yeah, I love coming into a hostile environment, trying to be aggressive from jump, but that interception was like giving every single fan here in the stadium a triple shot of espresso. They are going crazy right now after getting that interception.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Scanning the field, it's Will Steve. Makes the grab. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down.
Slants against man. That wide receiver has to win right now. Right now at the line of scrimmage against that DB playing man coverage. Quarterback timing with the wide receiver, put it on the money. Wide receiver's probably still going to get hit too and got to hold on to that.
Catch in the middle, it's Durham. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The pull and throw on RPO. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
Might be changing the route. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down.
That is exactly what I would tell this quarterback to do. Throw that ball away. Don't force it. Don't create a turnover down here in the red zone. We still got a few more downs to go. Nice job by the QB with the decision-making.
Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Let's it go to the end zone. Touchdown, LSU. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
He'll bring it back from inside his spot. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20.
can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. He'll pull it down and run. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Dropping back, it's Russell. He lobs one high down the left side. Pulls it in down the sideline. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. This attack so lethal with that big play capability. Now 1st and 10 from the 29. They'll go back to the ground. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. This series dates back to 1895. One of the odd things, guys, is historically the visiting teams have had a lot of success.
And these fans don't like each other. Matt, you can feel the hate, the hostility. Both programs so talented, recruited at a high level. These teams have even rematched for a national championship before, Palmer. These two teams are ballers.
And this is a game, too, David, that everybody circles on the calendar at the start of the season. We all know that conference championship, national championship, Heisman Trophy implications are on the line. And the intensity level in this game, it's simply unmatched in college football.
And he has a solid game before the defense bottles him up.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right up to the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback.
Unleashes one deep. And the pass is incomplete here on 3rd down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. So he just lost track of where the line of scrimmage was. The illegal forward pass will wave off the play. Penalty will be accepted. And the field goal unit is on the field. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And he got just enough of that one. That'll bring him to within 4. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking downfield, it's Holstein. Fires left. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Shoots it to the left. He's got it. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Well, LSU receivers are known for their swagger. That is swagger well earned after that one.
You go outside and you make plays. Like, listen, you have swag, you have confidence, and you usually get a little bit loud. Like, listen, feed me the rock. So many great LSU receivers in the past, and it's because of that swag.
2nd down coming up. Wants to keep it in the air. He's got him. Still on the air. And he's got enough for the 1st down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early. Looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, they're after him. Can't find
his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Going for the big play, and they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
And those sting for offenses, man. You've got an opportunity to get in the end zone, to get the touchdown. It's not easy. It's hard to get guys open. He comes open, and the quarterback, man, I bet he wishes he had that one back.
Dropping back, it's Holstein. With the catch, it's Stewart. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Deep to shallow. That's what I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
Close to the marker, it's Rockman. And the defense got it. He's loose down the left side. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. The defense putting points on the board.
Great job by the defense. The ball's thrown, the ball's completed, swarming to the football, knock it out, and then guess what? Be there to scoop it up, run it back to the end zone. Huge play by this defense.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. Fielded in the end zone, and he loses the ball deep in his own end. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So first down here as they go back to work. Wants to throw on first down. He's got it. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Fires to the wideout. Oh, he had it and he dropped it. Almost one of those big plays he's known for. It'll be third down.
Well, a great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. You just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
Couldn't find his man last time. That leaves him with a 3rd and 6. To the air. It's Holstein. The throw to the outside is complete. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football.
Intercepting, that total goes to 16. Got some room to run. At the 20. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. It's complete to the right. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find them.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown time.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Michigan is currently trailing in this one, but if history has taught us anything over the years, it's that closing out the maize and blue inside the big house is not easy. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Penn State. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have Big Ten fans buzzing all week. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything. Oh, he's got some space.
Productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run or loading the blocks. Still, this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Gives it to the back on the draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
And they sniff that draw out. And the draw, you really have to sell that pass like you're going to throw the ball down the field. But the defensive line, the defense was not biting it. You could tell they were ready for it. Came, got on the running back, got him on the ground, quick, fast.
And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. Looking for a man. It's Russell. Quarterback now breaking the field. They get to him as he throws.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just going on one time. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They close the gap on their last drive. Now an opportunity to take the lead. He lets it fly. He's got it inside the 30. And that tackle almost certainly saved the touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. It's complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
It's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
The Tigers trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Snap in the shotgun. Broken up, incomplete, and nearly intercepted in the end zone. It'll be second down.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as your quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Tiger.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And with the extra point, they take a 21-17 lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Wants to throw. It's Russell. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the right. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Took just one play, and they got it almost to midfield. First down from the 49. Completion, move the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he makes the catch. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. No huddle here for the offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Pressure coming. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, because he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Hale. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
There he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
To throw, it's Russell. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He wants it all. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
And it's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in the window. Good pass defense.
The run up the middle, looking for the score. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama!
These close games a lot of times come down to who executes late in the ball game. That was a late game situation. Nice execution, and now they got the lead going into the half, and they have all the momentum.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Pulls it in. It's Lupton. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. And the Tigers in the hurry-up. To the air on first down. Using his feet to buy time. He's going to take off. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking for a man. It's Holstein. Throwing right. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Alabama! And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick six.
How oftentimes can you say that there is a safety who is the most dangerous guy on the field with the ball in his hands? Did you see that guy and his ability in the open field once he picked it off? There was nobody on offense even coming close to getting that guy down. What an athlete.
And he tacks on the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Here's a heat. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target. You can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Let's it fly. Snatch it down the right side. Hits the crease. Touchdown, Tiger. And once he found open space, the band...
Really nice job handling the situation by the quarterback, making sure all 10 other guys on offense are on the same page. And they're still losing the football game, but that's a touchdown they absolutely needed to have here at the end of the first half.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him stopped, and he was close to taking that one a long ways down at the 38. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Not hard to figure out why they trail to start this third quarter. 3 first-half turnovers.
So if you're on offense, let's just stay out of...
And he throws another interception. His third one of the night. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it.
Out of all the ways to get a first down, that's how the offense chose to do it. I mean, make the mistake, throw the interception, Palmer, but heads-up play, force the fumble, and recover it. First down.
And, David, you know the quarterback's counting his lucky stars. That was a bad...
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. One of the mantras of the Crimson Tide is they want to make your rear end quit. And that defensive line can certainly do that.
Big, physical. You've seen all these guys up front. They're strong at the point of attack, and they make you earn everything.
For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw in the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
With the run on 1st and goal. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
You just simply can't say it. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. Ball State is just getting blown off the field right now. I mean, like them or hate them, I think anyone would agree this is tough to watch. They're trailing by 28 to Northern Illinois. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this meeting in the MAC.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point. You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being you, keep being aggressive.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. To the air, it's Holstein. Unloads to the wideout. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. Looking for more room. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 8. Oh, you know he wanted that pick 6, but the offense is in business.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick. And guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3/4 of a football game.
Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And they will open this drive right on the doorstep with a 1st and goal. Snapped it in the shotgun. Moving out of the pocket. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
And I really like the decision by the quarterback there. And listen, it's early in the downs. Like, don't force it. Don't make a turnover. He tucks it, get what you can get, and then live to play the next down. I like that execution by the QB.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Into the end zone. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. He's brought down a short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out the quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives. The best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
Finds his man down the middle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This guy is lightning fast. You see him come out of the break on the slant. QB got it to him early. What a weapon.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. looking downfield, it's Holstein. A short throw to the sideline, but it is long enough for a first down. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Caught over the middle. It's Watkins. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down. Gonna look downfield again. Good timing on the quick out. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. With this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Gets away from one. Fires to the right. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
They stop him at the 42, but they're on a roll with a pickup of 15 and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Snagged in the middle, it's Hale. Turning it on! All the way down to the 25-yard line, they move the sticks, it's first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Leaves it with the running back. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. There's the pressure. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass. And it
let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Get it out on the screen. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating momentum. Touch pass on the jet sweep. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense...
Touchdown Tide! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle. Understand?
Breaks into the open. In enemy territory, and out of bounds at the 48.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Looking to throw, it's Holstein. Throws for the tight end. A strike downfield. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together. Maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
Nearly another interception. It'll be 2nd down.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll try to get it through the air. Snags it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, they caught the defense off guard with that play right there. Here they are in field goal range, just 3rd and short. You know, the odds say it's going to be a run. Instead, they throw it. They get a big play now setting up 1st and goal.
Here we go. Quarterback looks for a little space. LSU quick to the line. Quarterback keeps it on the sneak. Sneak gets it done.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive. It was finished off with a quarterback sneak. Kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Finds a man on the right. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Give to the running back. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Russell. Just led him a little too far across the sidelines. Makes the catch, but it's incomplete.
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And the defensive line, 3rd and long situations. I'm rushing the quarterback. You bring in the nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack on 3rd down.
Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Will run the offense out onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to pull it.
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Going for the big play. Makes a catch. 1st down and maybe a lot more. Touchdown, Tigers. Once he got some room, it was over.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
And we've been anticipating this top 15 matchup all week. Let's show you how things are playing out. Michigan is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Tom Brady should never be counted out of any game. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Penn State. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. With jet sweep pass. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Oh, he's got some space. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
Got the first down and more. Turns it on down the left side. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Bama!
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Looking to pass. It's Holstein. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that will feel like you can run in your sleep.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Pocket breaking down. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion, now setting up 3rd down. You've still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
Going to have to come up with a play on 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. Going to try to get it himself. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You've taken control of this football game. Jesse, you got the formula right now. You got them right where you want.
And he's thrown another interception.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they've just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. With the win today, they're now bowl